Hello everyone, give me a second because I am not ready for the start of stream. Today we are continuing on with Unicorn Overlord, which I have really been enjoying. I know it's a long game. I apologize if you're not super into it. Sorry. Yeah, I apologize if you're not super into it, but I am. I'm enjoying it quite a lot. And just screw you, I'm just gonna keep playing. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I mean, I'm not kidding in the sense that I will keep playing, but yeah. Let's see. Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty short stream, I think. Still, my back is it's like it's better, but it's still not very good. You know what I mean? So, I apologize. Hey, Structor, it's good to see you. Hi. It's funny you post, or you know, you have the blackberry milk. I was telling my parents about the, blackberry Dr. Pepper, because my parents actually like blackberry a lot, and, my parents told me about, the time they handmade blackberry ice cream, and they loved it. Anna! Anna, hello! Thank you for the sub! You precious bean, just give me, like, 2 more minutes and then I'll do face cam. I usually give about 5 minutes before I swap to my starting soon screen. Or swap to my live screen, rather. I know, almost a year! 11 months! That is crazy to me, thank you. It means a lot to me, it really does. I wish I could, like... I'm terrible with words, so... I wish I could accurately explain just how appreciative I am, and, like, how absolutely happy it makes me to know that somebody is willing to do this, you know, to subscribe to me. Like, it makes me happy in a way I can't describe, and I wish I could, like, bow down, but sadly, my back won't allow for that. Having some good blackberry ice cream, that was Jenny's. Jenny's does make very good ice cream. That is true. Yeah, and, since I finished up, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, in my server, if you're a sub, speaking of, you will get to vote on the game I play next, which, I am not entirely sure what I'm gonna have on the poll yet, but there's definitely gonna be Satisfactory, and, there's probably gonna be other games that I can't think of at the moment. But, yeah, just, there'll be some games that I'm interested in, you know, just let me know what you think, what you would want to see. Because I have a good time when everyone has a good time. Because I've been worried lately that, like, my streams... Like, I'm enjoying my streams quite a lot. I love playing through these games, but I worry that people are kind of bored of them. And I feel bad, because it's like, it's a long game. I mean, that's why I alternate streams, so that way if you're not into it, there's at least another game to tune in for, but, Jenny's Brown Butter Almond Brittle. Ooh. You know what? I don't know if I've ever had that, but the rest of my family would love that, most likely. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes, so... Hi! Anna, thank you again! Thank you, it means a lot to me. Thank you. And yes, hello everyone. How are you all doing today, by the way? I apologize that I didn't ask earlier. That was rude of me. No you! And then, but yeah, I've been worried that, like... Because I think, at least as far as streaming goes, like, I want to try and strike a balance between games people actually want to see and games I want to play. Because, you know, sometimes I'll be in the mood for a game, but it's not really a game that, like, I think would, you know, suit streaming very well. You know what I mean? Hi. I hope you're all doing well. I'm, like I said, I'm still experiencing some back issues, so I apologize that, well, also I have to feed beef, so it just makes sense to end the stream a little bit early. I just beat Metroid Prime 3. Oh, hell yeah. Currently working on 2. Played 3 first because it was the easiest. Yeah, it is the easiest Prime, but, oh, it makes me sad that you played it out of order. That's just me. That's just my... I don't even know what you call it, OCD, whatever. I don't actually have OCD. I shouldn't say that. Be lurking. Oh, okay, yeah. I hope the homework goes well. Ooh, a new sigil. God, it's been so long. I need to I need to remember all the controls and things. It's interesting that they didn't even take away any of the upgrades when Samus got the PED suit. Like, that's, yeah, I mean, yeah. See, yeah, absolutely. I'm glad that I don't have to do homework anymore, because I just graduated. Okay, interesting, interesting. We're gonna do... Who are we gonna do? We're gonna do Rolf.
The Cornian militia fights on.
And then... send Lex's unit out, because they are a little under-leveled.
Ready. You got it.
On Discord? Okay, let me load that up. Let's see. Whoa! That's awesome! Holy shit! I have quite a lot of respect for people who can animate. I mean, I'm terrible at art, just, like, in general, but, one thing that I've really wanted to learn, because I learned in high school, but I didn't get super in-depth with it, was 3D modeling. And part of the reason I liked 3D modeling was because when you animate it, you could essentially just do all the keyframes and then the program would, like, you know, do all the in-between stuff. Because I would, at least as far as I'm aware, when you do animation, it's like every frame, and I was like, I don't have the patience for that. It's unfortunate. I inherited my impatience from my parents, so...
The day will be ours. The time is at hand. To me.
But, yeah, no, that's super cool. I'm amazed by your talent. Need lots of patience and love with the process. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I neither have the patience nor did I really like the process of it. Because I don't want to say that I'm like a perfectionist or anything, but I definitely would want things to be a certain way. So, like, if I made an error, it would be really discouraging to have to, like, go back and fix it. And then that in itself would just, you know, just weigh on me. Same, but here we are. Yeah, I mean, props to you for being able to stick through it. For me, I've actually taken multiple art classes, and I don't know what it is. You know how some people are, like, not math people? Like, their brain isn't wired that way? That's that's me with art. I superficially understand it all, but like, I can't get my brain to fully understand it.
No quitting now.
Good.
That's pretty good.
Onward.
You don't stand a chance.
By the way, do you prefer Prime 1 or 2? It's tough. I have sentimental attachment to both of them. I guess I would say Prime 1 would ultimately win because it was what I started with, so like I have that nostalgia for it. But I really like Prime 2. There are a lot of people who are down on Prime 2, and I just don't get that. I still love it, it's just not quite as nostalgic for me. You know what I mean? Another flip book? Yeah, absolutely. I love that kind of stuff. You know, it's funny, I've thought about it from time to time, and I've always thought, like, if I had the patience to animate, or like the know-how to do it all in a reasonable amount of time, I had this idea for a, because my favorite band, they have an album I really love, and it's, you know, it came from a time when like people would just listen to the whole album and not just like particular songs, so like one song kind of bled into the other song, kind of bled into the other song, and I was like, I want to make a like a video, an animation, whatever, of the entire like album being like essentially a movie, you know? I was like, that sounds like so much fun. Anyway, let's see. Navi! Aw, that's adorable. Hey, listen. No, that is so cute. I love that. You are very talented.
Sure thing. Yes, sir.
Very impressive.
You face me.
Ooh, I should have retreated. After this battle, I think I need to retreat. If I even can retreat. But yeah, I've always wanted to know more in-depth 3D modeling, because I enjoyed it. I had a class in high school, and it was like the only class that wasn't your standard general ed class, and so like I had a lot of fun with it, but it was very like the end point of the
path is set.
Of the class was like the end of what most people would consider like video 1 of like a educational course, you know?
That's how it's done.
So, and also it was using Autodesk Maya, which is certainly a cool program, but I can't afford that.
Awesome.
Especially now that I'm not a student. I can't
Ready.
can't like get the student version. I think most people for Prime 1, not sure if people didn't like the dark mode, difficult. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of all those things. I haven't done anything 3D, it's all been traditional. Well, yeah, I didn't mean to say that, like, you were, it's just... That's... my point in bringing it up is that was the only experience I've really had with, positive experience, I should say, with animation stuff. Yeah, Maya, to my understanding, is like the industry standard. It's not like it's, you know, some random program, but it just makes me sad because it's like for commercial usage you have to pay a shitload of money, and if I were to use it, I would want to like make VR chat avatars for one. I would want to like make my own game or something, and it's like I can't afford to license a program as expensive as that. So Maya's cool, but like goddamn. But Blender, you know what? I remember back in high school I tried Blender, and Blender was so weird at the time. But nowadays Blender really stepped up its game and is more or less what I remember from Maya.
Sure thing. On it.
Time to earn my keep. We'll see how tough they are. Yep.
See that? Yeah, yeah. I can give you my school account. No, I mean, like, it still wouldn't get over the fact that if I wanted to create something in even a semi-professional manner, like, I would still have to pay a licensing fee anyway. Like, the whole idea of Maya's student version is just so you can learn, not so you can profit.
Done and
They
dusted.
say that in their terms of service.
You're better than I thought.
God. What I thought was funny was Prime 2. Apparently the devs consulted with the devs a link to the password. Oh, interesting. That's actually, you know, that makes a lot of sense. Prime 2, I think, is a really neat example of, like, not just following a formula. You know what I mean? Because after Prime 1, they very easily could have just done Prime 2 where, like, it's just a different alien planet, you know? Like, the fact that they were willing to experiment with something like, there's a Dark World version of everything, and, like, you have to manage ammo and whatnot, like, the fact that they tried was really impressive to me. Okay, love you too, Anna! Have good lurk. Thank you for sharing. And thank you for stopping by, I appreciate it. Goodness, I'm sorry I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I'm always more forgiving for games that are actually trying something different. You know? Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. That's so bad.
I could use some healing.
That's bad.
I'm up. You got it. This one's mine.
You've got
These,
this.
they are not giving Valor points fast enough at this point. I recently played through, because, like, you know, with my back being injured, it's hard to move around much, so, like, I've been playing a lot of games on the Steam Deck, because it's like, hey, here's a shitload of games, and it's all handheld so you can lie down while playing it. And I played through Disgaea, which is a series that I had always, like, kind of seen around, but I had never really taken the time to, like, figure it out or anything. And I really enjoyed it. It was very strange. It was definitely a PSP game that was brought to PS2 that was then brought to PC. But but I liked the way the combat flowed, and I liked the concepts in it. So, like, even though it was a little janky, it was interesting. So, like, I was willing to forgive, you know, some strange choices.
Score one for Lex.
Also, apparently there were a lot of hard feelings at Retro after Prime 1 did so well, and the employees didn't get much in bonuses. That's my Yeah, that is depressing that they didn't get bonuses, because they deserved it, absolutely. Also, why are you not assisting? I don't understand that.
Do you need something?
Who's my target? Heading there now.
Do you need something?
Right. What's next? This isn't gonna end well.
Ugh. I don't want to like throw away too many items on this. Okay. Oh shit, that's... Oh, I thought they were fighting... Oh wow, oh god. They are being swarmed. And I can't send any backup, because I'm already swarmed in other areas, good lord. But, yeah, here probably was Super Rush. Well, so... Okay, a lot of my knowledge of the development of Prime came from, like, I don't know if you've ever seen Matt McMuscles' What Happened on Metroid Prime, but to my understanding, part of what made Metroid Prime really rushed, or, like, difficult, is because the founder of Retro, who was not a cool guy, really wasted so much time on stupid things. So, like, inevitably they had to rush, because when Nintendo finally came in and was like, hey, I see you're working on 4 different games, no, only work on 1. I think that was like a, oh shit, like, we're running out of time. Yeah, definitely watch it. I don't want to, like, just copy word for word what he says, but, like, the gist of it is more or less, Retro Studios' founder was someone who
Begin the march.
has a history. And hi Pixel, it's good to see you. Hi. You're heckin' precious.
I've arrived.
Oh gosh.
We're outmatched.
Death summons you.
Sorry, yeah, and like, he inadvertently saved the company by putting 4 games in development, but making a brand new studio, and to my understanding, a studio with a lot of people who were, like, new to the industry. Asking them to develop 4 games at the same time, like, was not a good move, you know? So it's one of those things where...
I just want to sleep.
Where, like, it's a miracle that Prime came out at all, let alone was so well done.
I'm ready to hit something.
Favorite retro facts: they added an Easter egg about Metroid. Yes! Yes, I actually, I knew there was a Dread Easter egg, but I didn't know that it was because people showed up at their office. I thought it was just a matter of, like, there were so many rumors about Dread everywhere that people... they included it as, like, a little cheeky nod.
Now. I've got to stop for a few. I don't know.
I just want to sleep.
Run.
On it.
And then
Vexing indeed.
we're gonna deploy another unit. Let's do Miriam's unit.
This rose bears thorns.
I think it was after Prime, the Easter side, probably. Yeah.
I shall not disappoint.
I mean,
By
like,
your command.
I have a feeling they probably did know about Dread in whatever way,
I shall never.
but I just didn't. I didn't assume that Retro was working on it because they were talking about it.
How embarrassing.
Personally, I've just been curious to know what the hell Retro's been doing lately. It's like they didn't do the port of or the HD remaster, whatever, of Donkey Kong Country Returns, and I mean, I know they've been working on Metroid Prime 4. That obviously, but like, it's been so long. It's like, was it really all just Metroid Prime that you were working on? Like, I don't know.
What is our strategy?
And there were all the conspiracy theories where, like, when Reggie retired, he had, like, a picture on his desk from Retro and one of the faces was covered up. And, like, I don't know.
Death summons you. It's not personal.
This should help.
Victory is upon us.
Heard Prime Remastered was finished, but shelved for a long time. So yeah, that is possible as well. I mean, people speculated that it was because they, you know, they didn't, whatchamacallit, like, they thought that Prime 3's sales were lower due to the fact that, like, people didn't want to start at the third entry, which I've always kind of taken issue with in terms of logic.
Begin the march.
Because nobody's ever, at least in my opinion, looked at Final Fantasy and been like, oh, this is Final Fantasy 16? I need to play the first 15. Like, they make it clear enough that these are, you know, separate enough entries that you don't need to play all 15 beforehand. So I think as long as you're clear about what kind of sequel you're talking, I think people generally understand, you know?
I shall heal you.
But the point was, there was a rumor that they were doing these remasters so that way, like, when Prime 4 is close to release, they can release the remasters and then people will have access to all the games so they can be ready for 4 or whatever. Oh, Pixel! If you're here, that girl on the right, that was the one I showed you. My deal guy posted a deal for a figure of the girl that's in the back lines on the right there, and Pixel didn't recognize her. I was like, how do you not recognize her?
We make good strides.
Her. She was in the main team, but then story reasons split her apart, and then when she finally rejoined,
What would you ask of me? It shall be
she
done.
couldn't fit in the main
never
team.
yield.
I mean, that doesn't narrow it down much, Pixel. But either way, I'm really hopeful that the Switch 2, now that, like, Nintendo has seen success with the Switch, like, I hope the Switch 2 will be more
You mustn't stop here.
risky, quote unquote, when it comes to like new games.
Death
It would be funny if Prime 2 Remastered comes out before Prime 4, but not Prime 3's. Yeah, that would be very weird. I don't think they'd do that. Wait, why am I getting ranged assist now? Aren't I out of range? Confusion.
This should help.
We've won.
I think I've gotten a little better at
Ride
this.
no further. Whatever you need.
Yeah. If anything, that battle would have been out of reach, wouldn't it? That's so weird. Because I've had plenty of battles in this region, and he didn't ranged assist those. I don't know.
Where shall I go next?
No, let me do both. Ugh. Are you kidding me? That's BS. They should let you do both.
Gotta keep getting stronger.
Oh wow.
May the Father
I didn't
smile
expect that to
upon me.
outright kill.
Not doing so great. Uh-huh.
Time
Oh,
is
we
at
finally have some valor points. Good, good. Okay, fun.
To the skies.
And have you tried out? No, I haven't yet. It's tough to motivate myself to want to do that. Cause I streamed Unleashed,
Joining the battle.
I mean, not that long ago. So like,
We march.
and I was kind of more negative on it than I remembered being. So I'm not so
Service of the royal family.
eager
What would you
to
ask?
play play it again.
By your word.
What should I do? As you command.
Awaiting your command. As you wish.
So, what next?
Onward.
I made it.
But I mean, I'm happy for all the people who, are happy.
At your
But the prospect
service.
of playing Sonic Unleashed again is just, I don't know.
Sir.
I actually want to replay the Wii version more than anything, because that was the version I had growing up. So, I'd be curious to, like, see how it fares.
Mobilize at once.
That's really good. Yeah, I did see that Digital Foundry released
I
a
have my
video.
doubts.
Friggin' yikes. I wasn't chomping at the bit to play Unleashed, but it was cool that we got the option. Yes, yeah, definitely. Why Sega hasn't re-released it on PC is beyond me, but I don't know. Like, there must be something. Granted, I am also one of those people that I don't know, I'm not as keen on Unleashed as many people are. I don't think it was bad by any means, but it just, I don't know. Probably focusing on generations and making Origins terrible. Yeah. Dega, I think them. I think they're winning. But it's good to see you. Yeah, they won. Sadness.
Have you need of me?
Nice. Oh, thank you. I think remakes of Colors and Generations before Adventure 1 and 2. Yeah. I mean, to me, it's not that ridiculous, because I think even Sega really understands that trying to
Barely worth my time.
half-heartedly remake the adventure games would only end in,
It's not personal.
bad feelings, bad tastes in people's mouths. These aren't remakes, they're remasters. Yeah. To an extent. To my understanding, Sonic S Shadow does have some, like, slight gameplay tweaks and stuff that imply that it was more than just a
Onward for
port.
Prince Ludwig.
Could
What is our
argue that.
strategy?
Making a keyboard tray out of local walnut. Oh, wow.
I'm
Hours
off.
on a flat board. That's
'Twas never.
awesome. I always like the idea of custom
Sure
making a
thing.
keyboard, but realistically, at least for me, I don't feel like I could really do that much better than
Got the sting of
what's
a
already
scorpion.
available,
Just
you
say
know.
the word. This'll be fun.
Office space. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, how's that been coming
There's
along?
time yet to claim victory.
No mercy.
I hope well.
Let's have some fun.
The tray for the mouse and keyboard. Oh, okay. Interesting. Sorry, I misunderstood. I mean, it's still cool, but just... I thought... I was picturing, like a part of the keyboard. You know, forget what I was thinking.
Victory is ours.
I'm ready. Heading there now.
Garrison that. There's nothing else to take over, so...
The time is at
Everyone's
hand.
just gonna start
To me,
in that direction, I guess.
perhaps a bit of caution. Very well.
Your orders, please.
So it goes under the desk on slides. Yeah, oh, okay. That's kind of what I have for my keyboard. It's like my desk here, it has like an arm with like a slider.
Sir. Nobody's dying here. You got it. What would you ask of me? Have you need of me? Setting off.
Just make a mad dash for
I'm
the
up.
for the main area. All my units deployed? Yes. I mean, there would be more work to be done on the remake than colors, but you generally would think it makes more sense. Yeah, you would think that.
Whatever you need.
That is what conventional wisdom would
Begin the march.
say.
Tisn't my finest hour. As you wish. I have arrived.
Come then.
Need a hand?
But yeah, I hope it'll end up really well, Dega.
A fine bout.
It sounds cool. It really does.
Sure thing. Ready. Yes, sir.
There's gonna be a Chicory speedrun at GDQ.
Death
Oh,
summons you.
that's cool. I didn't know it was the sort of game you could speedrun. I mean, I guess you can speedrun anything, but I didn't think that was the point of the game. Or, you know, I thought that would go against the game's theme, is more what I'm trying to say. Finish it now, I'll send you... Yeah, please do. And hey, Pixel, since I finished Pokemon last stream, I'm gonna be putting up a poll for subs to decide what I play next.
What is our strategy? I mustn't give in.
Everyone needs to vote for Chicory. Okay, I'll put it on there, but I don't know. It's a beautiful game and Shadow needs to play it. I have been avoiding spoilers, so I know very little about it. I've basically only really seen the cover art.
I faith in you.
I heard of Chicory, but it looks like people really liked it. Yeah,
I'll restore you.
it's my understanding it's a game like,
Yeah?
you know, not super popular, but loved by the people who did play it.
Be cleansed.
I'm here.
But like I was saying earlier in stream, ultimately, I want to find a balance between games I'm interested in playing and games people want to watch be played. Because there are games that, like, I could stream, but I just don't think anybody would be really as excited as I am about. So, you know, I love this game. It's about making art, and that's all I'm willing to say. I will be quite terrible at it then.
Wherever you'd like me. As you command. Nowhere is too far. Understood. I'll be taking that.
Do you need something? Right.
Right.
I shall never yield.
Huh? Oh, Holy Father.
Awesome.
We've won. We mustn't stop here. Death summons you.
The point of the game is not to be a great artist. You'll understand when you play it. Okay, I'm just saying, I am quite terrible at making art. Part of the reason, well, actually, nah, I guess that's not true. I was thinking about, like, what, like, games are there about drawing? I was like, part of the reason I really was interested in the UDraw tablet was because I liked the idea that you could use it like a drawing tablet, but then nothing really made use of it outside of the art program they included. It was like...
Tis trouble.
I'll heal you.
I think I still I'm pretty sure I still have my UDraw tablet somewhere.
I can still write on.
Time is no friend to us now.
You're nothing.
No battle is beyond our reach.
I shall not falter.
Okay.
Let me hit something. Huh? Let me.
Poor girl. She's getting littered with arrows and being healed back up every round.
We shall see our duty through.
I'll help.
There is a game that I think could be a fun time to stream, or it could be a horrible game to stream, and I don't know which it is. But also, it's like $6 or something like that, and I don't know if I want
Mustn't grow careless.
to spend $6 on it.
'Tis the fruit of my labor.
Which I know
The winds of
sounds
fate blow at our
like an
backs.
incredibly cheapskate thing to say, but just... Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful with money. Still looking for a job. What? Streaming isn't your job? No, no. As much as I wish, it can't be. Props to anyone who can make it a job, but it's I think it's out of my reach. It's just one of those things where, like, being a big streamer, even just, you know, on its own is anxiety-provoking to me. Like, having so many people watch what you're doing, like, I don't know. Would certainly be fun every now and again, but I don't know if I'd want it to be, like, my whole life, you know? streaming has been like a really positive force for me in my life, so I do intend on streaming for the foreseeable future. I just, you know, I just don't think it's like, I just don't think I have the personality to be like some big superstar. You know, like when, you know, I've been rewatching a lot of Jerma videos, and I love Jerma. He's amazing, and he absolutely has that type of personality where like he makes everything entertaining, and like you want to join his streams. And not necessarily saying that I don't have that, but I also I kind of don't have that, you know? Like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm sitting here, and, people are like, oh, this guy's so boring, oh. I don't know. I'm not a great judge. Snuff Vermin got word that a resistance elf by the name of Ithilians has been spotted in this very town. Comes in or out till we found him. Please, sir, this must be some kind of my citizens are frightened enough as you're sniveling, mayor. If we find that rat, it'll be your head that rolls for it. Father, please, Sir Lithian is a hero. Lithion battery. Like you and the other cowards who rolled over the moment Sonora marched into town. Don't you see, he's fighting for the good of Elheim. People need him. We need him. There's nothing that can be done. We lack the strength to oust even one soldier, let alone all of Zenora. I can't turn a blind eye to the plight of these villagers. You dare point a sword at me?
With all swiftness! Pressure them! We can do this!
You can do it.
It is always funny in games when you're
Just a little
so much
magic.
more powerful than your enemy, but they're still programmed to, like, talk smack.
That was great.
Yeah, you got nothing, and then you punch them once and they fold over. This man is Elaine, leader of Cornea's liberation. Lady Rosalind, thank the Father you're safe. Is Lithian here? Ithilian. I'm sorry, it doesn't look like it would be that in my head. We found him wounded not long ago, gave him shelter so he might recover. He departed soon thereafter, so as not to put us in harm's way. Good that did you? Yeah. I mean, definitely not the thing to say to people who were already victims, but whatever. In any case, it appears the enemy deployed search parties for him. Ithilian. Elven Knight. Hell yeah. Are there any games in particular that you guys like really want to see me play? Aside from Chicory, because I know you're about to say that, Pixel.
They just keep coming, and our arrows grow ever fewer.
Another one? Oh, okay. Do tell. Chicory. Yeah, I knew. Like, as soon as the words came out of my mouth, I was like, I know Chicory is gonna come up as an answer.
Steel your resolve and strike true.
Oh man, he's far away. Let me speak with... Oh, okay, so Rosalind needs to speak with him. Other games are you gonna put on the poll? Satisfactory is the only other one, aside from Chicory, that, I was sure I was gonna add. I was gonna look through games to, like, see what might be fun to add. Or maybe I might add some from the suggestion box, because I know Groovy still hounds me about that. Even though I've done plenty of games from the suggestion box. And the other games that I have
To the skies.
are ones that...
At your service.
Actually, do I... Ah, no.
At once.
Sorry, I'm... Hold on 1 second. Give me just a second to figure out what I'm doing.
I shall not disappoint. It shall be
One
done.
second. Have you played it? I haven't. I do own it, I just haven't played it yet. And that is another thing Groovy gives me a very hard time about.
Yep. What would you ask of me?
Gonna deploy...
My atonement beckons. By a knight's honor.
Worcestershire sauce.
We mobilize at once. Such strength.
Oh my god. Are my units really this under-leveled? It feels like every battle I'm taking part in is, like, dramatically stacked against me. But I'm willing to hear out any game suggestions if you guys have anything.
I'll restore you.
I mean, granted, I can't guarantee I own every game, but I probably do have a significant amount of them.
Be cleansed.
If I may.
Oh, no, you know what? Well, there is one other game that I want to include on the thing. Ah, Pixel.
Subbed to Shadow for 36 months and don't
Oh my
regret a
gosh.
single month for such a precious bean.
Ah, heck, no, you are the precious bean. 3 years. That is wild. Thank you for the Prime, and also just, like, thank you in general. Another game to include is a Chicory, because it can be a Chicory. No, it's actually
Round.
this. Oh shit, I didn't realize the game was still playing. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days collection. so the Yu-Gi-Oh! Brain rot can continue.
I got you.
Oh gosh, oh boy. yeah, pretty much.
Need a hand? I got you.
Okay, I guess no ranged assist then, jeez. Forgot about that. You stream it? No, I would stream, like, one particular game. I don't know which, though. Part of me wants to say Dark Duel Stories, because, that's the one I have nostalgia for. But,
Here.
I don't know. Currently putting more games on my Steam Deck. Nice. Just stream them all. I'm not that good at the card game. I could not do it. Which games are in the collection? Basically all the handheld ones. Including some that were Japan only. Bring the best one and the worst one based on reviews. That'd be interesting. Honestly, that sounds like a fun time.
In service of the Royal, I'll not fail you. Very well.
I'm not worried.
I've also been thinking about like my birthday stream, because I know my birthday's months away, but I didn't really get to do a birthday stream last year, so I really wanted to this year. And I was thinking, what can I do that would be fun and special? And I still can't think of anything, but it did cross my mind. It would be fun to do like a real life stream, not just like playing a video game stream. But I don't know what I would do. Which one? I'm not too aware of many. Yeah, honestly, I don't know how many there are.
Easy enough.
What? I swear I didn't press anything. That just cut off very strangely.
Need a hand?
64, Banjo Kazooie, Star Fox 64. Yeah, that makes sense. Isn't Ocarina of Time also? I don't know. Not too many right now. It's able to be done on every N6, but it takes a while with every game. Yeah, that makes sense. You know, I was just rewatching a Scott Stash video where he was talking about like Nintendo re-release compilations, and there was a moment in it where he was talking about like because he was saying how like, yeah, but you can emulate it, and then he was like, but I'm tired of pretending like emulation is the answer to like everything, because it's, you know, it's a hassle, and it is. I mean, if you're willing to put up with it,
I got you.
more power to you, but it is still, you know, a hassle. Pretty sure Ocarina and Majora's Mask as well. I never played the 3DS version already, so...
I am with you.
Oh, but I played the 3DS. Okay, sorry. Speaking of 3DS, I was about to mod my 3DS XL, but I need an SD card reader. Oh, really?
Glory to the liberation.
Are you gonna put the Virtual Boy emulator on it? Which is something I really wished Nintendo would do. Like, just put Virtual Boy games on
Your command.
3DS.
As you wish.
Rogue Squadron 2. Yes, yeah. Rogue Squadron 2 in particular is notorious for being very difficult.
Let me hit something.
Let me hit something. That's part of the reason FPGA emulation is also... Yeah. And I mean, it's certainly cool, but at least a lot of FPGA devices I've seen are like more expensive than just buying the console. So like, you know, it's like that. I saw there was somebody who was like, hey, this company is making like a handheld that's basically like a DS emulator, but it's like PC, so it's like still legal, but it's like an upgraded thing. And I was like, I guess that's neat, but I just don't feel the need for something like that, you know?
Perhaps our reserves could help. Setting off.
Mr. costs like $300 to get running. At least you can run it. Yeah, true. And also because I feel like I've heard that they've had a lot of stock problems. So like, especially also the fact that you're, you know, gonna have a hard time finding it at the retail price.
A formidable adversary.
I got you.
Yes, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Like, it's like they sell out crazy quickly. Fucking artificial scarcity.
Easy now.
Spare part. Buy the parts separately. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. To me, like, if I was so dedicated to the DS that, you know, that I would be, like, considered the target audience for a device like that, I feel like I would be willing to accept the DS's faults anyway, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm describing it very well, but like, I love, you know, it's one of those, like, I love it for what it is, not what it could be.
Gaze upon the face.
Kind of my argument with like, remakes and stuff, where there are people who make the argument, like, oh, you know, the developers would have done this if they had the technology, and, you know, if they had modern tech, and it was like, sure, I mean, but that's kind of always true. I would love to use space tech from the future if I could, but, like, I can't, so I'm gonna make something in the moment that, you know, that obviously speaks to people. Like,
Be healed.
I don't think the Mister has the artificial stock arms like the analog pop. Yeah, no, I that was more sarcasm than anything. I've heard the accusations against analog, but not so much for Mister. I was just, I'm just being a streamer.
Of all the times. We'll see how tough they are. On it.
I'll not fail you. Very well.
Just say the word.
Oh, but he's right there. Okay. Once I get a Valor point.
I shall try my best, and yet...
Not much better. Analog Pocket is super cool, though. I wonder if we'll get a competition that is specifically PGA soon. Yeah, I would like that.
I have you!
I mean, if I were being 100% honest, if Nintendo themselves were like, hey, here's a, like, brand new upgraded Game Boy, but, like, you know, like, if Nintendo themselves came out and were like, here's a, you know, it's basically an FPGA thing, but, like, it's official and it supports all your cartridges and shit, like, that would, I would drool, you know? Good lord, that was a lot of damage.
Saw that.
Also, apologies if the stream craps out. I don't know why. I couldn't figure it out. But for some reason, OBS kept going like, oh, your stream key's wrong. It's like, you're wrong!
I'm off. Die.
But yeah, I've really appreciated, like, retro support. Like, Limited Run Games and WayForward just announced that they were doing a re-release of... I forget what GBA game it was. Why does it do that? Why does it cut out like that? That's so weird.
I fear they outclass.
I have my done.
Even they hold the.
I shall try my best, and yet...
Everybody would be feasible for Nintendo to use original hardware. Kind of own it, but it might not be money-wise. licensing problem. Yeah, well, so I mean that is the trouble. I don't know really the extent to which they even can do it, you know? So one thing that always bothered me, because Limited Run for a while they were like making a bunch of retro re-releases, and then they announced that like, hey, we can't make Vita games anymore because Vita manufacturing shut down. And I was like, that's such a weird statement, because obviously they don't make N64 cartridges anymore, but you were still selling that. Like, what's preventing you from making a new Vita cartridge? So like, I do have to wonder if there's some similar sentiment at like Nintendo, where it's like, yeah, I mean, we could make a new Game Boy if we really wanted to throw all that money away, but why would we? Got to at least considered FPGA? Maybe. It's probably proprietary and expensive as a result. Yeah. You're probably right, it's just one of those things.
Wasn't even worried. I won't hold you back. Never stood a chance.
Part of me was also curious if, like, do you think at some point in the future we could get brand new CRT stuff because there are so many people who are, like, enthusiasts about CRT stuff? Like, do you ever think at some point in the future we could, like, get a moment where it's like, hey, here's this gamer-grade CRT TV, you know?
You'd better run.
Sony love their proprietary shit for quite a while. They still do, yeah. I mean, they haven't shoved it in their gaming stuff as much anymore, but they still do. But yeah, in particular with the Vita, I love that like dev kits of the Vita showed that it used like a micro SD card slot, so it was like a late kind of change where they were like, no, let's make it proprietary so we can sell cartridges. I wondered that too. If someone made CRTs, they could how to do it cheaply. Yeah. I think that's the biggest barrier, is just finding an affordable way to do it.
A regrettable end. Nice try.
Because I think, you know, if I remember about the whole Limited Run not making Vita games anymore thing, was someone kind of asked them, like, why can't you just manufacture new cartridges, like, you know, what's preventing you? And they were kind of like, there's nobody who really knows how to, so like,
Could you perhaps praise me a bit?
you know, there's nobody even has the knowledge, and if they did,
So?
it would be expensive, like incredibly expensive.
Yep.
Companies that make laser phosphor displays, which are essentially new CRTs, are interested in the gaming community. That's weird. I genuinely haven't even heard of laser phosphor displays,
I have arrived.
so I don't know why. I don't know why they would turn their nose up at gaming. Taras, comes from her to see you safe. What of Simtuka? Freed at the hands of Elaine and the liberation. Everyone seemed quite worried about you. Thank you, sorry, I'm true. Now the enemy general marches from that town there. Unmarried and cutting her down, and together we'll restore peace to this region once and for all. Cool. Elven Fencer. Use magic melee attacks. That's cool. The phosphors are really cool. They use a screen coated with phosphors, just like CRT, but since it uses laser instead of a beam or an electron, it doesn't need to be enclosed in a vacuum tube. Interesting.
I'll show you what I can do.
Now, I'm not, like, super knowledgeable about
Predicament indeed.
like how CRTs function and like enthusiast stuff. But my understanding, at least, was
We should rest. We mobilize at once.
part of the
Nobody's
reason
dying here.
enthusiasts liked it was because it generated the image like a particular way,
This'll be fun.
and like developers would then build their games around how that was generated. So like, does it kind of reproduce that same
Nowhere is too far.
method of generating the image? I don't know if I'm explaining this very, very well, but
At once.
Time to go. All right then.
Just let me fight already. You're better than I thought.
You have my sword.
so you can make them bigger, wider angles for the laser. That is cool. You know, I heard Europe banned the sale of 8K monitors, and I saw people up in arms about it. I just don't even get it. Like 4K still isn't even completely the standard. Why are we like? And you know, some people were like, "Oh, but technological progress," and it's like, what, adding twice the pixels isn't going to be the difference between life and death. I don't know. Not sure. I haven't done research on that. But get better motion training. I'm not sure about input lag. Yeah, I can't say I know. But I just remember because there was a thread I saw on a forum where it was talking about, I think it was Symphony of the Night. I'm pretty sure it was a Castlevania game of some kind, and they were showing that like the sprites and stuff were designed for CRT in such a way that like when you display it as like just the pixels, it looks strange when it really wasn't supposed to be like that. And the example they gave was like Dracula has this look and he has like red eyes, and in reality the red eyes are only really 1 pixel, but the intention was that the CRT would kind of blur it to the point that it looks like red eyes as opposed to like just pixels. And I thought that was really interesting. I don't know a whole lot about like the technicals of it, but I thought it was at least an interesting concept.
My blade will author your demise.
And it's funny because I also, that thread then started talking about how people who grew up with these games being emulated in that way think that that's like what retro used to look like. You know what I mean? So like they're designing games to look like that instead of like the way they were actually designed. I thought that was an interesting concept. Again, I don't know if that's really true. Grain of salt, it's the internet. Maybe they're just saying shit, but Messiah's sprite quality is better than the CRT thing. Haven't done it. Yeah, that's the thing. I haven't done much research on it either, but I personally, I don't know. For me, I just,
This is just
to me, it's like such a minute thing
easy enough.
that I can't even.
I suggest
I can't really work myself up into figuring it out, you know? Shaders that could possibly fix that. I mean, maybe from what I was hearing, there aren't any yet that do
Joining
it.
the battle.
But again,
Predicament
it's the internet,
indeed.
grain of salt. Maybe they just didn't know, or maybe I was, you know, misunderstanding.
Fight. I'm ready. Heading there now.
Just too strong.
No mercy.
My strength is with you.
But it was an interesting, like, at the very least, thought experiment where, like, if a CRT does blur the pixels in a way that was accounted for, you know, in the moment, like, how do you represent that on modern displays that can't do it that same way? Well, like old CRT shaders just add scan lines of blue.
Set loose your left.
Wait, it's not like old CRT shaders that just add... Oh wait, hold on, sorry, I missed something. Already working on a really good CRT shader on RetroArch that could work really well on high FPS displays. Oh, well that would be awesome. I already know RetroArch because I saw like an article where RetroArch somehow managed to get emulation to the point where the input lag was lower than on native hardware.
Stand strong.
You have my sword.
Emulates the scanning of the electron. Yeah. I mean, that's, to my understanding, that was the argument, was like the electron beam generated the image in a way where like it can't be replicated on modern screens or whatever.
Just in case.
Right, run ahead is super cool feature. Depends on a few factors whether you have to play original. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, to my understanding, it wasn't like every game had that, but just I think they showed Mega Man as an example. I could be wrong, but I was like, that's really cool. I mean, granted,
That must have hurt.
I'm no Mega Man expert, so I can't claim to know how big of an impact it really has.
It seems you've misjudged me.
I'll show you what I can do.
I was gonna capture the
Your
flag.
orders, please.
No. Sorry, TF2 really has just taken over my brain.
At your service. Sir,
I really do love it, though.
you're nothing.
A game I truly love.
Let's have some fun.
Although, playing it nowadays is pretty rough. But that's a whole separate issue. You can only remove lag that was in the original game to begin with, so if the original game had 3
Care to dance?
lag, you're on 4 frames, 3 frames at most.
Not bad.
Really?
How embarrassing! Strike lightning!
Wait, it is...
Cheer up.
You mean TF2, or do you mean
Healing
CRT
you.
stuff? I'm sorry. The streamer brain kicked in.
So hurt.
TF2. It's rough to play nowadays because
I stand ready.
to call the TF2. Oh gosh, what am I doing? What's happening? Sorry. To call the TF2 community toxic is like calling the bottom of the ocean deep. You know what I mean? It's vile. But and also I think a lot of the people who stuck with TF2, you know,
At
they
your service.
have continued to play it over all these years. They're the ones who stick around, so like everyone who plays the game is really good now.
Time to go.
To the point where it's hard to play kind of casually because everyone sweats super hard, even in casual matches. Comparing it to the original game running on here, you get 3.5 versus 4 on marks. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I think it's cool that there are still, I don't know if innovations is the word, but you know, there's still innovations being made.
Be calm. I need your strength.
But most people are going to be using gaming monitors with less lag, so yeah. Fair enough. Oh, you left her clinging to life. Just end her.
As far as I go, I'll show you what I can do.
Oh, I don't want to rest. No, I'll rest, because
The time is at hand.
I can...
To me.
Nowhere is too far. At once.
No!
No mercy.
Okay. At least the battle's in my favor.
Want to keep going?
Sorry that this has been like a super technical, ranty stream. I didn't want to like alienate people or anything. Just, I don't know. It's fun to talk about.
Set loose your gun.
Damn,
Not finished yet.
that's crazy. Wonder which is worse, the TF League of Legends. I'd probably say League if only because, like, it's more popular. Like, I don't know the concurrent player counts, but I'm willing to bet League has more concurrent players than TF2. But there are
I could use some healing.
things that make TF2 worse. I'm not gonna get into it. It's really not an appropriate thing for stream, but like,
Right.
it makes me sad. For example, my monitor, which isn't monster or anything, has 12.5 milliseconds of lag, 60 hertz. That's less than 1 frame. Oh, okay.
It's looking bleak.
Okay, well, at least he's not gonna die from this battle.
Oh, embarrassing.
I meant the unit isn't gonna die.
I need to rest.
Just say the word. Yep.
No. Oh, this is... Oh, well, okay. As long as I can hold him off long enough.
That's as far as I go.
At your service. It's mine now. I stand ready.
Not doing so great.
Aha!
We'll know what hit him.
Love it.
Quite the child cut.
Just too strong.
It's not looking great.
Yeah, well, you gotta do it, Lex. Death Stranding 2 release date revealed June 26th this year. Really? That's interesting. I mean, I haven't been following its development super closely or anything, but compared to Death Stranding 1, it feels like it's coming out really quickly.
Faster than the wind.
I got you.
I don't know, I feel so out of touch with the gaming scene right now because I feel like everything's just on hold until the Switch 2, you know? Maybe that's just me and my fanboy brain being, you know, fanboy brain, but just feels like not a whole lot's going on. I personally think lag concerns on LCDs have been a bit of a blow, especially if you're on track. Yeah, I tend to agree with you. Of course, there's a collector's edition, and it comes with the digital version only. That sucks. I hate that. I hate that so much. Can I just
I
say,
could use some healing.
like, what's the point of a collector's edition that doesn't come with a physical version? Presumably, if you're a collector, you would want to collect the the physical version. Like, you're collecting versions of the game. Gives you better reason to save money not buying. Yeah. Although, isn't that kind of just a Sony mandate? I thought I heard that Sony was saying, like,
Well fought.
they're just not going to include physical copies in collector's editions anymore.
Path is set.
I must. You'd better run.
It's looking bleak.
This isn't gonna end well.
This is really bad.
That was close.
Press it. Yeah, that's the other thing, too. Given how cheap discs are, you'd think they could be like, here's a disc. Get royalties on Blu-rays because they own it. Yeah, exactly.
Faster than the wind.
Sony actually mandated that. That's really fucking annoying. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm just saying I think I heard that Sony essentially was like, if you're making a collector's edition, you're not allowed to, like, include a physical copy anymore, or something like that. Because if I remember, Horizon Forbidden West's collector's edition was the one that, like, started that off. So know that you're pretty far into this game. How does it compare to Fire Emblem? Better, worse, about as good? In comparison to Fire Emblem?
Damn it.
Oh gosh. I'd say that yeah. Emblem. I'd say Fire Emblem. What's the word I'm looking for?
We're outmatched.
Just too strong.
This isn't gonna end well.
I would prefer Fire Emblem, at least so far. It's its own thing, so I do feel bad when I make the comparison to Fire Emblem. But I think at least for me, so far, it's felt like Fire Emblem does a better job at, like, having some kind of twist on its I don't know what you call it. It's stories. It's like setups, because this feels very like, hey, it's a fantasy world where, like, you know, someone betrayed the queen and took over the land, and now you have to take it back. And it's like, surely there's some other, you know, thing. Yeah, it's definitely different. That's the thing. I do feel bad. The only reason I bring up Fire Emblem so much is just because it's the only point of comparison I really have. But, you know, I also have not even really played a lot of Fire Emblem, so I can't even say I know that Fire Emblem that well. I've played Engaged, Fire Emblem Engage, Fire Emblem Three Houses. I played a little bit of Fire Emblem Awakening, and I played a fair amount of the Sacred Stones, but
Not doing so great.
it's still not enough that, like, I wouldn't feel confident being like, yeah, I'm a Fire Emblem expert, you know? But yeah, Nomical, it's good to see you. Be Nomical. It's treating me interestingly so far. I'm kind of in a pickle right now.
What is it?
Just a little bit of pickle.
Nowhere is too far.
Apparently manufacturers always have a loophole in the... Oh, really? Have they? I mean, I guess that doesn't surprise me.
It's not looking great.
I got you. Quite the challenge. Need a hand? I'll cut clean through them. I got you.
Oh, so close. Shining Force is another comparison, but Shining Force, there are only 2 good games, and they were for the Sega Genesis. You know, Shining Force has been on my list, because the Sega Genesis I have a fair amount of nostalgia for, even though basically all I really had for the Genesis at the time was, Sonic. So, like, even though I was a Sega kid, I was a Sega kid in the sense that, you know, I liked Sonic, but I didn't get into the ecosystem much. But yeah, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Because they use up twice as much power, yes. A lot of fake Nintendo. No, it's not that. I do like what I've played, it's just I haven't played a ton of them yet. For a long time, I didn't have a console that could play Fire Emblem. And even when I did, like with the Wii, I didn't, you know, didn't want to start off with the sequel, you know?
You face me.
However, companies have started to ship their AK with extreme power saving modes. You can turn those off. Oh, that's an interesting loophole. Fire Emblem also has many more games than this. This is the first of its kind. Yeah, that's another point too. Fire Emblem has had a lot of time to refine itself.
Victory is assured.
Odd reason outright ban. Well, I mean, using up twice the power is quite a strain on an electrical grid. I mean, goodness knows, I live in California, like, strains on power grids is an incredibly important topic that not a lot of people ever really think about. Okay, Shining Force 1 and 2, they're on Select Online. Oh yeah! I should try that. Maybe I can include that on my poll for what to stream next, because I finished up Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, so I can definitely look into that as my next. I agree with you. I don't know. I got the impression that the people who were upset about the ban were I don't even know what to call it. I don't know. You know, let me just not say. Wow, Super Shadow 271 makes streamer history by avoiding speaking on a topic he's not familiar with. It's just sorry. Come
then.
I don't know.
I got you.
We march on.
Personally, I don't even have a 4K monitor yet. The concept of 8K, like, I don't even know if 4K is considered the standard right now. Like, the concept of 8K monitors is just weird to me.
Not doing so great.
Okay.
Time to go.
Who's got a Valor skill? Yeah. I think the only reason I'd buy an 8K is if the price difference between them is so negligible. Yeah. I mean, granted, I don't think that's the case. I'm pretty sure they are going to charge a premium, but
We march.
you know.
I'm ready to fight.
I'm here too.
We are definitely reaching the point of diminishing returns. I'm more excited for micro LED 4Ks than OLED 8Ks. Yeah. I really have been arguing this for a while, but like, I really do think the closer we get to photorealism, the less worth it is. Like, I remember Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, the original Modern Warfare 3, not the new one. I remember people talking about like how realistic it looks and like, oh, it's crazy, you're like on a battlefield and like now that we look back on it and go like, this looks like garbage, you know, the pursuit of that hyper-realism just,
A little closer to
I mean,
my
I guess it
former
was
strength.
good in the short term, people were excited, but it just wasn't
What
worth
should I
it to
do?
me.
Sir,
And that's my OLED, that is 125. Yeah, I would love something like that. I was sent a monitor by a friend of mine that, like, seems like it would be up my alley, but,
What is it?
I don't know if I'd consider a monitor upgrade super important to my setup right now.
Time to go.
Much well.
Playing Doom Eternal is a godsend.
at your service.
I,
Sir,
have not experienced that,
we've
but...
secured it. I stand ready.
Resolution is just one aspect of a monitor. It's kind of like Bit Wars in the 90s after people stopped caring. Yeah, that's what I would hope for. Because, I don't know, you could tell me, like, this game's in 4K, and it's just like, I don't know. Okay.
I've arrived.
It's not really feasible
Your
given all
ability
the
ends
old
here.
consoles. But I was given a solution for that. That's the thing. A Christmas gift has helped me with that, so it is possible for me to get a newer monitor now.
We can do this. We ride.
Have 2 monitors on stage. I mean, I don't think I would get rid of the monitors that I have right now, but yeah, I don't know. If anything, I'd say you should use a 4K only to play games with better frame rates. That's the thing. For me, frame rate and like color accuracy is more important to me than like resolution. I'm willing to get like a 4K whatever if it means that
Do you need something?
you know, I can have a
Understood.
refresh rate as opposed to 8K, you know? When a measure becomes a target, it ceases to be a good measure. That's a really interesting quote. I like that. Do you know who said that? Agree that you don't really need 4K, at least not for streaming. If you have a 4K monitor, you can play it time. Yeah. I mean, ultimately, that's...
Tis merely
Gosh,
a
how would I put this?
stronger than ever.
Goodhart's Law. Oh, really? I hadn't heard that before, but that is really good. I like that.
I'll support you. I'm here too.
But yeah, ultimately, there are really 3 things I would want out of a monitor. Well, 4 things, I guess. One is it needs to be like 24-ish inches to fit in my like desk hutch here. I would like it to be like OLED or some you know, very colored,
We march on.
smart thing. I would want a decent refresh rate and like response time, and
How shall I proceed? Onward.
Yeah, color smart. I mean, I don't know how to phrase that. I'm sorry.
Now then.
I never miss my target.
Named after Charles Goodhart, a UK economist from the 70s. That is really cool. I've only ever heard of, like,
Grant them succor.
Murphy's Law and,
Be safe.
oh, never mind, I was gonna say the Dunning-Kruger
surprise
Law,
there.
but that's the Dunning-Kruger effect.
Getting stronger by the day.
I move forward.
Keep getting sharper. That went better than I expected. Who's my target? Right.
Oh, interesting. It's not really needed anymore, but it's interesting.
Nowhere is too far. At once.
The position is ours.
Sorry, I was just,
Must be my lucky day.
yeah, high refresh rate, low response time, good color,
Not doing so great.
and, able to fit in my hutch. Those are the four.
Uh-huh.
What is it? All right then.
I stand ready.
Yeah, of course. They have steady reinforcements.
If I have to. Nobody's
Actually-
dying here.
Rest, and then when you're done, you can head out.
Wherever you'd like me. As you command.
Getting a new generation of 1440p QD OLED monitors this 480 hertz instead of 360. I don't know what
Here we are.
QD OLED means. But
So?
I mean it is cool to see high refresh rate
Do you need something?
monitors.
The time is at hand. The path is set.
Like quad dot, it's a quantum dot. It's a really cool technology. Is it? I've seen like QHD, and like apparently that's not very good.
I'm heading there now. Nowhere is too
I don't
far.
know.
Sir.
I'll show you what I can do. I will.
I'm up. On it.
I shall not disappoint.
Our
Retreating for
spirits are
now.
high.
This rose bears thorns. Have you need of me?
You're
Oh,
going
come
there
on.
too, and then you actually, Lex.
Ready.
There we go. Cancel the movement.
I'm up.
Straw.
You got it. Sorry. Just a sec.
And then we're deploying you here,
They will know what hit them.
and then you are gonna get deployed.
My atonement.
So you can heal
I
up.
can still ride on. I'm off.
Cool. I think that's good.
As you requested.
Is there anyone being left behind? Rolf.
I'm ready.
We'll have Rolf attack as well.
Heading there now.
Playing games on CRT TVs. So, Binomical, we were just having a conversation about,
Sure
like,
thing.
what, you know, the claims about
Yes,
CRT
sir.
where it's like, oh, they were designed to make games look a certain way and, like, whether it's better or not, you know? QHD is 1440p. Oh, really? Okay, I didn't realize.
I
Got a
shall
really
not
nice
shy
casing.
from
This
battle.
is great looking. Something about a good CRT.
My strength is with you.
I personally can't say I agree, but I don't know. Maybe it's just my like sensory issues, but I always felt weird about CRT TVs, like the static, the like feeling of the I don't know. Esoteric terms for every resolution. Yeah, I guess so. I'm sure you can find videos explaining it. Yeah, I'm sure I can. This is WQUXGA 3840 by 2400. That is so random. Wide quad ultra extended graphics. Interesting. A small CRT and a large one. The smaller one has a built-in DVD on it. Looks amazing. So yeah, so are you like on the side of like, oh, CRTs make things, at the very least, retro things look better? Because I don't know if I am. I don't know enough to really say one way or the other, but just
Behold
I'm
the valor
curious.
of a knight. Let me hit something. I shall heal you.
Behold my might!
behold.
How embarrassing!
Easy now. Is that better?
I think because I grew up with CRTs and Nintendo, I like playing Nintendo more on a CRT versus an HD. That's fair.
We mustn't grow careless.
I mean, the thing is, I grew up on like the Sega Genesis and you know, CRT TV,
According to
but I
plan.
can't say I prefer playing Genesis games on CRTs. You know what I mean?
I shall not falter.
Granted, though, it has been so long, I kind of forget what it was like. I always loved that the Sega Genesis, on the, like, round part, because I had the Model 1, I always loved that the Model 1 had, like, high-definition graphics, like, on the rim or whatever.
Nothing stopping me. I can't fail my sacred
Considering,
mission.
like, even at the time, it wasn't even that high resolution.
What would you ask of me? It shall be done.
Behold the
I'm
valor
not
of
a
a
huge
knight.
snob of TVs, though. I still have a Vizio old school HD TV that still holds up. Yeah,
You have
I can respect that. I don't mean to, like, come down on anyone who is a big, you know, snob, I guess, of, like, CRTs and stuff. You know, if you enjoy what you enjoy. It's just more like, I just don't get the like, almost religious fervor by which you, like, talk about it. You know what I mean? Snob is the wrong word. Yeah, no, I get what you mean. TV, have, like, a TV in a lot of rooms in my house. 75-inch 4K. That is awesome. Unfortunately, it's not the way houses are here, but, I always wished I had a basement,
Be restored.
like, game room. That was always the thing. But nobody has basements around here. So, it was not to be, but I'm not, like, super into it like that. No, yeah, I understood that that was what you were getting at.
We make good strides. I blossom ever brighter. The winds of fate blow at our backs.
Time to go.
I like this merciful rain.
No
have my
stopping
thanks.
now.
A fortuitous find.
Go!
Shall I go
Just let
next?
me fight already. On it.
Time is with us, should we only keep our focus.
You got it.
I remember for the classic Tetris World Championships, make a joke about the guy who has to lug all the CRTs onto the stage and back. I think we named him CRT Dave. That is pretty good. I like that.
My strength is with you.
How have they so swiftly repelled our advance? They shall learn what becomes of those who defy Zenoira. Yeah? I'm unstoppable.
I love the, like,
Victory is assured.
tenderizer she has as a hammer. You know, again, I've been watching a lot of Derma videos lately because I rediscovered how much I love Derma. And, he... I don't know if I knew this beforehand or not, but, he always calls, like, people like Andy, where it's like, oh, look at this no-look Andy over here, you know, like that sort of thing. I was like, that's so fun. I feel like I should do something like that. But then I don't want to be like... I don't want to just be a clone, you know? Oh my god, why?
Defeat will soon be
Why would
upon
you bump
Have my
there? Of all things. That's kind of BS. Not gonna lie.
Yeah?
Sorry, Elaine. I am grateful that when he dies, the game doesn't end.
Die.
That is one of those things that kind of bothered me in, like, RPGs in general, where it's like, oh, if the main character dies, then, like, then you just lose automatically.
I faith in you.
I get why they do it, but, you know.
You'll be okay.
I'm unstoppable.
Man, I wish I could wield a giant meat tenderizer in battle.
My blade cuts all.
That would be awesome.
I need to rest.
For whatever reason, no one has a guide on how to use the decompiler on the Steam Deck for certain games. Guess I'll have to emulate those games. Yeah. Is there no, like... Yeah, my stream died. My stream died. I don't understand. I don't know what happens. I don't understand it. OBS just went, oh, by the way, your stream key is wrong. It's like, no, it isn't. No, it's really not. So, apologies.
Sir Athelion!
And I'm sorry for making you worry, Alina.
None of that, please. I'm just glad you're back in one piece.
As am I.
The One Piece.
As you can see, they barely even put a scratch in my armor.
Thank the heavens, yes.
If you could wield a giant meat tenderizer, then you could make a giant chicken fried steak. Yeah?
Pardon me, Lady Rosalinda.
Why is my... Freaking... This is the worst. This is terrible. I hate this. Why is it doing this? Do I have internet? I mean, it says I have internet. Oh, we're back again? Oh god, I need to... Okay. Project. I'm gonna have to, figure out what the hell's going on with OBS.
Mine too shall shine with it. Assuming you'll take me.
There would be no greater honor.
If I may, Sir Athelion, once Zenora is defeated and the war is won, will you return to this town?
Sure.
To me?
You've shown me greater kindness than I ever thought possible.
Oh.
But there is no foe more terrible than the one we face now.
Okay.
I won't make a promise I may not be able to keep.
Ooh.
Yes, of course. Know then that I'll be praying for your safety, just as I always have, and just as I
Aw.
always will.
She's nice.
Thank you, Elena.
I like her.
And may life treat you better than I have.
I apologize. We were saying about the decomp stuff? I don't know. Oh, basically I was just saying that, like, is there no one on, like, even Reddit who's asked? Because I feel like whenever I have a weird question, at least one person has asked it on Reddit. God, I didn't realize that much of my, like, stream got cut off. Apparently not. Maybe there's a Linux guide. Linux guide would be a good place to start, at least.
May fortune do visit again. May fortune bring what you seek.
There is,
among
but
my
not for
quality
different types of
wares.
Linux, not Steam Deck. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, Y is compare stats. He should have magic attack. Crits. You know? Actually, yeah, I think I'll do that for him.
A fine choice.
This is one of those things that is really easy to use when you know what you're doing, which means someone other than me. Understandable. Linux is one of those things that I like, in, like, theory, in concept, but I'm not as wild for as some people are.
A fine choice. Do visit again.
Greetings, human. Let me know what strikes your fancy. A pleasure. A pleasure. May the spirit...
Now, I don't know how
see it safe, Your Highness.
long I have left in this game. I assume a decent amount, because I have not made a whole lot of progress, but I hope that at some point it stops introducing new characters, so that way I can decide who I want to actually romance. Because I think this has, like, a relationship mechanic, right? I mean, I know there's, like, unit support stuff, but... I thought you could, like, marry one of your friends or whatever. Where does this take me? You know, I imagine if anyone was watching through this on like YouTube whenever I post it to my VOD archives channel, I'm imagining someone being like, you know, they're watching it and, you know, one stream I go on this boat and then it's like, it comes to this stream is, what's on this boat? You idiot. You are just on the boat. But it's been a while. I'm sorry. You know, it's funny, again, TF2, I'm sorry, but just, it's on the brain. So TF2 had a promotion for when it released on Mac, and that promotion was that they would give everyone earbuds in-game as like a cosmetic item, and those became so desirable that they became like essentially a stand-in for money. And though, you know, they would be like buds and whatnot. You love to use? I would, but I don't have the $100 to spend for the ring. Hi, Sans. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh, I just lost. Oh yeah. So when they did that for Mac, you know, when TF2 was available on Mac, they did that as a promotion. And then many years later, they did a similar thing for Linux, where like Linux users would get a free cosmetic, but since it wasn't earbuds, it was like a penguin, like, you know, Linux's mascot. So they gave everyone who, you know, opened up the game on Linux in a certain time frame, like, this item, but they made it so it wasn't tradable. And I find that really funny, because I do have to wonder if it would become a form of currency if they did make it tradable. Anyway, sorry, just in my brain it was like funny Linux story. Maybe it wasn't as funny. Maybe I'm just going through TF2 brain rot. Okay. How many towns? Let's see. How many towns can I help? Hooray! Fun fact, part of the reason why Linux mascot is a penguin is because Linus Torvalds got bitten by a penguin on a trip to Australia. Really? That's funny. I did not know that.
A duty I'll gladly accept.
But I do think that's a hilarious story. My dad and I used to go to this, it was like a computer trade show. That was its name, but it was really kind of just like a computer flea market. And I remember one time there was someone who was like you know, trying to drum up interest in Linux. He had this big stand and he was talking to a big crowd of people. And then even my dad at the time was like, why is he getting a crowd like this? It's Linux. And that stuck with me. Zoo, where he was bitten, later put up a sign on the pregnancy. This is the original Tux. Yeah. That's funny. Apparently, there's like a high school, I think it is, or something, where like, you know, that image of the back rooms, like, apparently, that actually did come from somewhere. And, like, now that high school is, like, trying to make it, like, a, I don't know, a part of their thing. I don't even know what to call it. I'm kind of interested in your dad's opinion on Linux, since he doesn't like Windows or Mac. Yeah, he likes Linux, but he doesn't know it very well. So he doesn't use it very frequently. Most often, what he uses is OS2, which, I have opinions on, but we'll leave that for another day. People have guides on how to do it with Linux. They aren't written as clear as they should be. It's obvious they assume you have prior knowledge. Yeah. Unfortunate. Comparing urgent news, the rebel army is at our doorstep. They truly did find a way in. Oh, this is no time to ponder. Must raise the barrier. Well, no one seems to have a YouTube or a website tutorial on the matter. I guess no one wants these specific games recompiled on Steam Deck. I guess, yeah. Well, you know what's funny? I actually had been meaning to bring this up on stream, but apparently, did you know that the Steam Deck sold, like, the most recent sales figures, I think, for it, have the Steam Deck sales at, like, 6 million or something like that? And I was like, shocked. Because I was like, you know, I'm in a ton of, like, enthusiast circles and stuff, so I was like, oh, it must be doing incredibly well, everyone's talking about it. But if Steam Deck was like a console, and, you know, you were judging it against other consoles, it would be a bigger... It would have sold less than the Wii U, which is wild to me. I mean, it does make me feel better in a strange way, because I always predicted that, like, it wasn't going to be that big a deal. But, like, it's weird. Well, I get it, because it's a very niche unknown game. The other is Banjo-Kazooie. Yeah, seems odd no one's... Yeah, I don't know. The Grace of Wireless has a Linux port, not Windows. Oh, okay. Rosalind, you're certain your sister is being held in that castle? I am. Zanara could never rule Elheim if they slew the hope of its people, so they chose to keep her hostage instead. We can deal quite the blow to their influence if we're able to rescue her. Could you send me the link? The Steam Deck is Linux. I guess it's not the version of Linux you need to decomp the game. I don't know. I genuinely don't know enough to be able to say. Indeed, now the battle ahead will be an arduous one. We're ready before we make for the castle. Of course it is. I'm not seeing anything clearly saying as much, so or if it is, sorry. I don't know why I read that as of course it is, but if it is, I'm not seeing anything clearly saying as much, so. Yeah. This land belongs to the elves and none other. If no business here, then be gone. He shot his arrow and disappeared. crazy. Okay, at least it's a small battlefield. Okay, we're gonna deploy Elaine.
The day will be ours. We march.
We're gonna take the ballista. Then we deploy Rolf.
The Cornian militia fights up. Who's my target?
You take the tower.
Understood.
And we're gonna deploy Bernice.
Time to earn my keep. So,
Charge head on. Apply directly to the forehead. You guys remember those commercials?
You
The
face
head-on
me.
commercials? Head crab.
We can do this.
You know, I think there is official merch of Half-Life where it's like a hat that's a head crab. I want that. That's adorable. Apply directly to the forehead. Mm-hmm. Apply directly to the cranium.
Good. I'll not let this go to waste.
Well fought. The path is set.
Interesting.
I've arrived.
let's
Doesn't
dance.
surprise me. It's perfect merch. It is. It really is. I just wish I had the opportunity to get it. I actually went to a video game store that wasn't like, I mean, it's not like super close to me or anything, but kind of in my region. And they had a bunch of like gaming related figures and stuff around. And they had a Gordon Freeman like sealed action figure. And I was like, man, I wish I was, you know, able to get this stuff like back in the day before it became this desirable collector's item thing. Or like the Team Fortress 2 figures. Like, I would love those. That must have been expensive. Yeah, I think he hadn't like set a price for it yet, because he wasn't really intending on selling it. But it was beautiful. Came with a gravity gun too, which I appreciate.
Too easy. You're better than I thought.
I'll support you.
Reminds me of those Crash figures. It took us almost a decade to get. Yeah. It's so funny how stuff like that can become like a super expensive thing, you know? Like, people always talk about wishing they had time machines so they could go back and get them, but it is just so hard to really identify why something would become that. Nice. I want from.
To the skies! I stand ready. Understood.
I'll pierce you clean through.
You know, like, I talked about what my ideal arcade machine was. Like, if I could own one arcade machine, what would it be? I don't know if I've told this story on stream, but I actually had
I was worried there.
kind of an opportunity to acquire it, and I couldn't. So long ago, I looked on Craigslist, and there was a listing that was somewhat near me for the deluxe version of F-Zero AX. Like, the entire cabinet, someone was selling it. He had two. He was selling one of them for $500, and that one was in, like, pristine condition.
Right.
And he had one of them that he was selling for quote-unquote less than that, because it wasn't quite in pristine condition. But he had two of those things, and I wanted it so badly, but of course, I mean, my parents would not allow me to have an entire arcade machine in the garage, so
We're outmatched.
I wasn't
I'm
allowed.
here too.
You're nothing.
But that is my ideal arcade machine, and I bring that up because the other arcade machine, quote unquote, that that I do really want is it's actually still near me. There's like an arcade near me. It's like also a mini golf place, and it's a Sonic Adventure 1 like wheel spin thing. So like it, you know, the front cover of Sonic Adventure where he's twisted and he's got the finger, like it's like that, but also there's like tails spinning too, and he's pointing, and that you have to like stop it twice to get tickets or whatever, and it plays Sonic Adventure 1 music when you when you spin, and that makes me so happy.
Face me and be
Crazy happy. So like, it's technically an arcade machine, but there was one other machine I would get. It's that.
Allow me to mend your wounds.
And I was sad that the place that has it, I guess I'm glad they have it at all, but I was sad that they put it in like the back corner. Like you had to, for a second I thought it wasn't there anymore, because they like hid it behind like a support pillar. I was like, man, that so sad. That's like the state of it now, you know?
That must have hurt.
And being the Sonic nerd that I am, I know what song exactly plays. It's called Pleasure Castle, which is from the second phase of Twinkle Park, and I love that song. So apparently that song originally was intended to be used for the special stages in Sonic 3D Blast. I think is really interesting.
You're nothing.
Because the founder of Traveler's Tales set up a YouTube channel. I don't know if he's still doing it. I should check. But he you know, he posted a bunch of different videos about like his time at, you know, Traveler's Tales and whatnot. Because he was like a co-founder. And he talked about Sonic 3D Blast and how like it was intended to have that music for the special stages, and it was also originally intended to look more like the Saturn version special stages before they had to scale it back because of the Genesis. But yeah. I forgot to ask, no, you are not a terrible person. I'm a terrible person. My back is okay. I would describe it as okay. Yeah, I'm able to move and do things, so that's a positive. But it's still definitely like stiff, and there are certain spots that like give me a jolt of pain. These mercenaries were charged with keeping the peace here in Qatari on behalf of the Elven Seer. As long before Znora came and laid waste to our ranks, we barely even had a chance to fight back. Failure would have haunted me to the end of my days had you not absolved us. So thank you. You're welcome. I mean, kind of a weird thing, but Elaine, sir, long before Zenoir and Reign of Centuries past, in the age of myth, when the colossal worms ruled the skies, so that these stone circles were constructed to gather star iron, which hurtled down from the heavens above. Here a moment, I'll see if there's any star iron left within. Whoa! Here's what I managed to find. Speaking of the Age of Myth, it's also said that 5 great heroes once struck down a mighty daemon who threatened the world over. From what I understand, statues honoring these 5 were built in the snow-ridden land of Bastorius to the north. With that, it's claimed they'll relinquish powerful weapons in exchange for the very star iron I just collected. These seem a little more than an idle fairy tale, but I expect it could prove worthwhile all the same. Oh, I finally have someone who can do something with these circles. So I am currently like halfway through Elheim, and as for what level I am, how do you determine what level you are? Because I know all my units have different levels. Do you mean like just my main character, Elaine? Okay, he's level 18 then. Which I feel like isn't very good, but I don't know very many places to grind to like improve him. Around 18, 17, some other characters. Nice. Yeah. Some characters are up to level 20, so like I definitely have some strength, but I feel like it's really uneven. How much longer are you gonna stream? I'm asking because the Chicory speedrun is gonna start soon, and I wanna watch. Honestly, I have a hard cutoff at 4, so I was at the max. It's gonna be 4, but depending on how the game was, I might have ended it slightly earlier. Have you got to those places where you can replay missions? Do you mean those sigils that I've been encountering? I didn't raise your level pretty significantly. Hold on. Like these things? Sigil trials? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, then I've gotten 3 of them so far. Books will give you... Yes, yeah. Which is very nice. In fact, I probably have a few of them saved up by now. Oh, and I have a miracle fruit. Okay. Turns out I didn't have that many. Yes, do those, and find a fast way to rush towards the main guy to kill and just rinse and repeat. So, killing other units in these battles doesn't benefit you? Is that my understanding?
Just leave it to Lex.
It does a little. Okay. Well,
Just keep getting tougher. There's
I just want everyone. Let's get everyone to level 17
Don't even
first,
think about messing with me.
because a lot of my
I
units have
wonder if
been
I'm stronger than Lady O'Clace.
struggle bussing it.
I'll need to study this further.
Nothing's stopping me now.
It'll give you experience, but if you just go on the main dude, beat him on the way, just kill who's on the way, then just use the that sounds like it would be a more efficient what's it, usage of time. So those books you just used. Yeah, that makes sense. Just barrel towards the main guy. Make it so I have to barrel through you. Oh, if only Groovy was here to get that reference. Yeah, see, it just showed the dude kill when you first start the level. Yeah, that makes sense.
In service of the royal family.
Oh wait, is this the person I have to kill? Wait, oh god. How do I capture the enemy command post? I assume this one, right? Small tip if you want to grind and level up. Yeah, please. No? Oh. Is it this one then? What's the difference? Oh, I see the fancy banner. I see.
At your service. At once.
Awaiting your command. By your word.
Got the sting of a scorpion. Just say the word. This'll be fun. Better run while you still can.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna grind for a little bit, because the next mission, I think, is level 19. So I'd feel a little more comfortable if I leveled up a couple times. And like I said, I'm not gonna be streaming that long anyway, so, you know, having a good place to, like, stop off would be good. And then we'll raid some.
Take it easy. Knew I could do it. Too weak. Always a chance, right?
I shall hold nothing.
Need a hand?
I typically just use my strongest units, then I beat the level, get the books and level up the unit. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, that is basically what I'm doing. Joseph here is my strongest unit, so...
Stand true! I'm coming for you! Be healed.
Out of my way!
1 damage. Are you kidding me?
Right for me.
You know, if it's cool with everyone, I might do some of this off stream too. Like just the grinding itself, not any like story stuff.
Gaze upon the face of your demise.
I got you.
I was talking about it before too, but like, I feel like grinding isn't very fun for people to watch, and I don't want to like bore everyone by being like, "Hey guys, we're gonna do the same thing over and over again today on stream." You know?
I have you.
Don't get any ideas.
I always feel bad for the horses. The horses look like they die so violently. Like they get smacked in the face because the way the animation works.
Stabbed. Glory to the liberation. For the liberation. Come.
Need a hand?
Oh boy.
Hold fast.
Hold fast.
I have you.
Dear boy. Over to the GDQs. Okay, yeah. Have a good time, Pixel. I appreciate you, know you, and I love you too. And yeah, I'm gonna be ending stream pretty soon. So like, you're not gonna miss much. Basically, once this fight is over. You are. Shadow subs, don't vote for Cherry in the poll. I'm gonna cry. They can vote for whatever they want. I'm not going to like pressure people. What do I want to? Yeah, I guess Miriam's unit
This
is
rose bears
horse.
thorns. Have you need of me? By your command. Get.
Hearts Club
I shall not
Adventures.
falter. Let me hit something. I've had enough of you. Ah! I shall heal you. I'll help. We mustn't grow careless. According to plan.
Ooh.
Always a chance.
Gaze upon the face of your demise.
I really appreciate the switching mechanic. In some ways it does feel a little cheap, but I also do really appreciate when stuff like this happens.
Stand true.
I guess it feels cheap because it's like,
Stabbed.
you know, I was pushing my gun archer crossbow person pretty far forward, and like it feels like I'm able to avoid punishment for it, you know? It's not a
Battle is won.
it's not a big deal. Like I'm not super upset or anything. It's just it does kind of feel like I'm doing something I kind of shouldn't.
My atonement beckons. Whatever you need. We mobilize at once.
Behold the valor of a knight.
Behold. So Tetris, the Grandmaster 4 is supposed to come out this month. It worries since it doesn't even have a Steam page yet, really. That's kind of like what happened with Metal Gear Solid Delta, where like the release date came and there was just no word. Or at least I'm pretty sure there wasn't a word. And then they announced a new release date. I'm kind of conflicted. On the one hand, it does look good, and I do love Metal Gear Solid 3.
Like new.
But on the other hand, it is sad that like Kojima has nothing. Kojima and the original director don't have anything to do with the remake, and that does make me feel a little iffy. I think it is the first time Arika, excuse me, is making a Steam game. So yeah, that's true too.
The winds of fate blow at our backs.
That very well could be
I shall not falter.
the possibility, or the truth.
Let me hit something.
It's funny, Arika games are so loved. You'd think there would be a. Wait, didn't they make a? Is it really their first Steam game? Because didn't they make like Fighting EX Layer, and isn't that on Steam? I could be misremembering.
We strive together.
We make good strides. According to plan.
Joining the battle, wherever you'd like me.
Sir, what would you ask of me?
Nowhere is too far.
I can do this.
I think it is the first time I ever. Oh, you're right. Yeah. I was gonna say, 'cause I thought they had made, you know, at least a couple. Maybe in general they aren't super familiar. Yeah. I mean, that's still a distinct possibility. I was like, surely they've put something on Steam. Fighting EX Layer was just the first thing that came to mind, but I'm sure they've done others. Did you hear about M2 announcing Zelest? No, what? What's Zelest?
Better heal up.
I was hoping it would kill. Hi, Kelsey! It's good to see you! Hi, how are you, Precious Bean? I think it's a combination of Zenak and Alest. Since they don't have the rights to the Zenak name, they have to fudge it. Oh, interesting. Well, I had not heard about this, so, it's cool. M2 does very good work. I really like them. I wish they were allowed to continue with the Sega Ages stuff. But yes, you are. Of course, they're announcing a West branch. I'm very unfamiliar, so I don't know. How are you? I'm okay. My back's hurting a little bit, but not too bad.
I'll not fail you. As you wish.
I shall not disappoint. It shall be done. I shall not shy from battle.
You are too. They're like me, starting a new project while one isn't finished yet. Yeah. You know, it's funny, Concept kinda did that with Mighty Number 9. If you remember the whole Concept debacle where it was like Mighty Number 9 hadn't been finished yet, but since Concept wasn't really the developers, they were just like the idea people. Like, they started a new idea, but it pissed everyone off because they were like, why are you doing that when Mighty Number 9's not even out yet? Last Branch is another less game that they've been working on for a while. It's supposed to come out last year, but didn't. It happens.
We mustn't grow careless. May the Father smile upon me.
That was a horrible
Winds
level
of
up.
fate blow at our backs.
Okay. And then now we get to use... use the items. Let's see, who were we... Ah, yes.
Have I always held such potential?
As decreed by the Father himself.
My goodness,
Diligence
14.
pays dividends.
As expected of Cornian royalty.
Perhaps Dominus Collection took more manpower than they expected. That's possible. The Dominus Collection, I have heard great things about, though, so... I hope, you know... I hope it was worth it, I guess. So much more timber than that. Yeah, I want to get it sometime to get a DS Castle. Yeah. For a while, they were, like, some of the best regarded Castlevania games. Because, like, early Castlevania was more like action platformer. Whereas, you know, the latter Castlevanias, where Koji Igarashi started, you know, supervising, I guess, or whatever. Yeah, people loved them. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're still very expensive to acquire secondhand, even though the Dominus Collection's out. That is something I've always thought was really funny. Like, you know, hey, these games are re-released and now they're super accessible and, like, affordable. But the retro prices don't really drop all that much. Like, Earthbound is on NSO. It is far cheaper to buy a Switch, buy Nintendo Switch Online, you know, buy whatever controller, and play on that, than it is to just get a retro copy of it. Kelsey, am I boring you? I'm sorry. Well, you know what? Honestly, this is a pretty good place for me to stop. So, yeah, I'll just save, and I'll find someone to raid as well. So it's almost 12 a.m. Then you should go to sleepies. But still, thank you all so much for stopping by, saying hi, chatting, subbing, all that. I really appreciate it. I try and stream every other day, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays at 1 p.m. Pacific. Although Thursdays are currently impacted because of my treatment, and my back might be weird, so it might be hard for me to do some of them, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Risk of Rain 2 stream as well. And hi Hug, it's good to see you. I'm sorry that I'm about to raid, but I'm happy you're here. Hi. If you have any suggestions for the raid, let me know. Though, if Joker is still alive. No, Joker is not still alive. That is sad. Let's see, who is live? There's Adam playing Slay the Spire. Goodness. Yeah, you know, I like Slay the Spire, so yeah, hi and bye Hug. But yeah, we'll raid Adam, who is playing Slay the Spire, which I really had a fun time with. And yeah, that'll be it from me for today. !raid will send my raid message so you can copy it and paste it and send it in the chat when we get there to show support. Also, if you want to join my Discord, !Discord, or there's a link in my About section. It's the best place to keep up with my streams, as well as chat with me and other cool people. But yes, that will be it from me for today. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. Have a good one. I will talk to you later, and let's go raid. Bye!